Oh, they did it. Raptors win 92-89 over the Milwaukee Bucks and win the series 4-2. Now, before we talk about the game itself and reminisce a little bit, I gotta give a ton of credit to the Milwaukee Bucks team and their fans. Neither of them gave up. Look, the Milwaukee Bucks were down 25 and fought back to eventually take a 2-point lead. And their fans were right behind them every step of the way. Down 25, bang, cut it to 23, they're cheering. I give total credits to everybody. I mean, class act fans. That's what I'm saying. But it makes me happy that the Raptors do come away with the win barely. At one point in the fourth quarter, Raptors only scored 4 points. I think there was only like 3-4 minutes left, and they had 4 points in the whole darn quarter. It was crazy. But let's break down this whole game for what it was. Raptors completely dominate the first half. I mean, up 4 at the end of the first quarter, right? You have a really, Milwaukee has a good start. You're able to fight back and end up leading by 4 at the end of the first quarter. Really good second quarter, 23-14. You're up by, 13 at the half. Very solid. And then you come out in the third quarter, and for half of the third quarter, the Raptors were dominant. They were really good, right? And they were up by 25, as I said. But then, latter stages of the third quarter, couldn't close the third quarter, and Milwaukee really made it tight. I don't know if they got it to single digits by the end of the third quarter or what, but no, it was 13, by the end of the third quarter. It was 23-23 at the end of the third, in that quarter. But then in the fourth quarter, Milwaukee started the fourth quarter the way they ended the third quarter, and the Raptors was nowhere to be found. Were making awful passes, couldn't knock down a shot for their life, and it was just, this is scaring the living crap out of me. And they were down by 2, and I was thinking they were up 25 in the third quarter. And they felt like they were going to blow it. But then Coach Casey called a timeout. And out of that timeout, there were some big plays, nice passes, nice clean, crisp passes that were made leading to baskets. And in the last minute there, DeMar DeRozan blew by Thon Maker and took it to the rim or what, with flipping authority or what. Just firing up the bench, firing up the people back at home, firing up Jurassic Park, or whoever was there in Jurassic Park at least, because the weather's not too great, and they were able to weather the storm. They were up by 7 at one point, and then things got a little scary near the end. Then a really, really bad inbound pass from Tony Snell, I think it was, to Patrick Patterson. That's the ball game. Series over. Well, the crowd in Toronto was chanting Raps in 6. Guess they're right. The Raptors have not won a Game 6 since 2001, I think. Was it? I'm not sure if that's the exact stat. Let me know in the comments if I'm correct on that, but I think that's what it is. Well, now it's 2017. So there goes that stat right out the window. But great games all around by the team. I mean, defensively, overall they were really good, right? I was really happy with PJ Tucker defensively. Norman Powell only had the 8 points in this game, 3 boards, but he only took 3 shots. He was 3 of 6 from the field, knocked down 2 for 2 from 3. And Norman Powell, I think since he's been in the starting lineup, has not missed a 3. He has been lights out from deep. He has been great. His defense is stellar as well. Serge Ibaka fouled out, but he had 7 points and 11 rebounds. He was big. DeMar DeRozan had 32 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, and 5 steals on 12 of 24, shooting 50%. You know what? I thought this was going to be a blowout. I think the Raptors themselves thought it was going to be a blowout, but the Milwaukee Bucks did not, and they made it tight. But the Raptors were able to just cling on to it and bounce back after going down 2 and winning this one 92-89. I mean, if you're looking at the stats, they were pretty even. You know, if you look at like rebounds, we were +5. Assists, they were +4. Offensive rebounds, they were +1. Steals, they were +2. You know, blocks, yeah, they were +6, 10-4. But and turnovers, 14 apiece, and fouls, 20 apiece. Right? So it was a really even game over the course of the full 48 minutes. I was not happy though with some of the calls from the referees. My goodness. Late in the game when Terry knocked down the 3, the play that got them that ball, DeMar DeRozan got absolutely slapped by Terry. But there's no call. Another call on PJ Tucker, I think it was Antetokounmpo, was driving and, you know, clearly made huge contact on Tucker, but Tucker got the blocking foul. Really not sure where they saw that. And it's funny late in the game. I know this is just a stupid thing, but it's funny late in the game watching these referees. You know, the play that Dellavedova knocked out of bounds, DeMar and him were up and knocking the ball around. It was clearly off Dellavedova. But the referee was like, yeah, that's Raptor ball. Yeah, let's review it. Let's review. It's like they review everything. Like, we don't want to mess up. Let's just everything they can review, they review. It's kind of funny, to be honest with you. I would have been frustrated if they lost, but you know, they won, and the referee still stunk. So that's all we can take from that. But moving forward now, we are heading to round 2 to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, this is not going to be anything close to an easy series. The Eastern Conference has nothing but difficult series. You see the Celtics having a tough time with the Bulls. However, they have won 3 in a row. But, you know, a 3-2 series there, right? We haven't seen that big sweep other than Cleveland and Indiana. But those games were tight, right? It hasn't been a big blowout series, right? Now, with Toronto and Cleveland, we will do a round 2 preview video. I don't know, once we figure out the dates of the games. We'll kind of figure it out then, right? Once they come out with the schedule for round 2, we'll pound that out, all right? But what we do know is that the Cleveland Cavaliers have that high-flying offense. We know that from last year. We know it through all this year. But what we do know, and this is something we do really know, if you can find a way to contain the Cleveland Cavaliers, don't let them get 130 or 120 or whatever. Get them to 100, 105. Their defense, I don't know if I'm 100% convinced. You know, I mean, they are in the playoffs. They are a totally different team than they were in the regular season. I get that. But just the way they've played, let me go back to their Indiana series. Right? I'm just going to do a quick breakdown of this, and then we'll end off the video. Just because I want to see, you know, I haven't really looked much into the series. I've been kind of like just pinpointing the Raptors and just kind of saying I'm just focusing on this here. So they took them out in 4. Yes. Now, those games, 109-108, 117, 111, 119, 114, and then they gave up 102. So the best they gave up was 102. These are the points they gave up. 108, 111, 114, and 102. The Raptors and the Bucks series, it's been a stretch and a struggle to get to 100. So if you can find a way to hold them back a little bit, who knows what's going to happen. I'm happy the Raptors win the series and that we're moving on. But now, we got to look forward. Now we can officially look at Cleveland and say, okay, what do we got to do? Right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video and you enjoyed this first half and last couple minutes, how about we say that? Hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys thought of this game. What you guys think of the series? What are your expectations in the Cleveland series? And we'll talk to you guys shortly. Blue Jays edition, as they're taking on the Cardinals, and they put out a lineup that I was about to throw up with. Maybe they'll find a way. It's 6-4 right now, so maybe they'll find a way and come back. We'll have to wait and see there. We'll also talk to you guys, like I said, Raptors edition. Again, I'm not sure the exact date. If you guys stick up to date with the Blue Jays videos, I will be letting you know then. If not, follow the Twitter down in the description, guys. I will be tweeting out when we will be uploading that video once we know the second round schedule. All right? Bring on the Cleveland Cavaliers. We'll see you guys then.